Welcome. We can begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. Grab your thighs and just rock a little side to side, getting comfortable in your seat and more connected to the ground. I want you to take your hands to your knees, but relax your grip and lengthen up through the top of your head, straightening your back. Now lean back just a bit more, let your shoulders release down, and just take a moment to breathe and feel what you feel and where you're feeling it. Be here for a few more breaths. Slowly inhaling in, filling your lungs all the way. Slowly inhaling. Slowly exhaling out, emptying your lungs all the way. Releasing all of your breath very slowly. If you slow it down too much and you start to feel uneasy in the body, lightheaded or dizzy, just breathe naturally until that goes away, and then begin slowing down your breath again, just not too slow. Begin to add some gentle movement by gripping the knees a bit more. Lean forward as you breathe in, and lean backwards as you breathe out. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chin. Chin to chest, lean back. One more time. And bring it to a straight back. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling, the sky. Just reach up. Begin to lean a little one way and the other, just gently. Maybe reaching up with the opposite hand a little more. Lean over all the way, releasing one arm down and reaching one arm over. And then inhale, lift it back to the middle and release over to the other side. As you come into the center this time, take your hands behind your back, grab onto the ground behind you, palms to the ground, and just walk back into your hands. See if you can have your fingers facing you on the floor. As you walk back into your hands, feel your shoulders, and then lift it up. Roll out of the hand. So when you're on the ground, you're rolling up to the fingers. So take your hands to the ground, lean back, and roll up to the fingers. I'll show you sideways. So we're leaning back, and then we're lifting our chest, rolling up right through our fingers, and then rolling back down into the hand, chin down. Do that again. Lift, roll through the whole hand, and then roll it back in, elbows back. As you come forward this time, bring your hands in front of you and just reach, and then bring your hands up and make your way into an easy downward dog position. So if you're unfamiliar with getting into downward dog, I want you to take it to a hands and knees position, like you're going to crawl. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Then tuck the toes under and step the hands forward about a half a handprint to a handprint. Turn your pointer finger straight ahead, like you're pointing in front of you, and span out the rest of your fingers. So just open them out. Take your hands about shoulder width apart, and then as you push into your toes, your knees will lift. Lift your butt up to the sky. Let your head drop, and let your head dangle like a rag doll. So it's not being used any effort, just hanging there. And then your heels are going to reach towards the ground as your thighs reach back and your chest reaches towards your feet. So everything's going in a direction. Take a moment to sway side to side here, leaning one way and the other to get the pressure out of one side and maybe pull a stretch into the other. And then find the middle. So you're pressing into your whole hand, reaching your heels down, maybe opening your shoulders up a bit, and then walk your feet towards your hands. As you're doing that, walk your hands away from your feet, coming to the front of your mat, make it nice and easy, and then release down. This is our forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, we want to straighten the back, so we take our hands to the shins and lift the chest, and then fold back down through the hips. So keep this back straight and fold back down, and release the head, neck, and face. Hang here for a moment. Let go of effort in your head. And then roll up to stand with bent knees. Roll it all the way up. Lift your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. And then arms open to your sides to mountain pose. So mountain pose, we're standing nice and tall, and mountain helps us with our alignment a lot. So what we're going to do is bring our feet hip width apart or together. Hip width apart or together. I want you to draw your tail down towards your feet, so your butt down towards your heels. Lift up through the top of your head. Relax your arms. Take a moment and feel your feet on the ground. Feel your thighs closer together. Your tail, your butt is reaching to your heels, so your arch in your back is out. Relax those arms. Breathe in really slowly. Breathe out all the way. And on your inhale, take your palms up towards the sky. Bring your hands together and then reach up and back. Maybe take your eyes towards your thumbs. So keep reaching as far as you can, and as you begin to breathe out, open your arms wide, fold through your hip crease, bringing your chest forward and release back down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, you can lift your hands to your hearts or your shins, and then fold again. And then slowly take yourself back down to downward dog. Spread your fingers wide, relax your head and neck and face, and then slowly drop your knees down to the ground. You can separate your knees a bit wider than your hips, big toes together. Sink your heels, or your bottom to your heels, and your forehead comes down to the ground. Just relax here for a few moments, letting everything release. So you're going to bring yourself into a hands and knees position again. Hands are under shoulders directly, knees are directly under the hips. And we're going to come into a cat-cow pose. In cat-cow, we lift through our chest and pull our shoulders back. And then we bring our chin to our chest and lift the middle back up towards the sky. So do that a few more times, inhaling and exhaling. And bring it back to downward dog again. Set those hands a little bit further away. Lift it up. Maybe a little bit of a sway here. And then settle in the middle. Relax your face. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Stretch it out. Maybe bend and straighten that knee a bit. Drop it over the shoulder. And then step the knee toward, or the foot towards the hands. So bring the knee into the belly and step. Take your hands towards the space in between your legs and then lift yourself up on the inhale. Exhale, center. Maybe a little sway. Lift up again, stretch your legs out and fold forward. Breathe. Hang out here with a soft side-to-side movement to release anything that's stuck. And then drop it back down, bring it back into downward dog. Lift the other leg up, the left leg high, and then open the leg up and bend and straighten the knee. Stretch it out a little bit in all directions. Then pull the knee into the belly, step the foot towards the hands. Take those hands back a bit. Inhale, lift it up. Settle in your high lunge. Easy movement here. Make sure you can breathe and you can move in all spaces. So if you feel stiff and really tense, try to relax. Shorten your stance, square your hips. Try to get to that place where you can be easygoing. Straighten your leg, lift up, fold forward, stretch it out, maybe an easy soft sway here. So never put your body in a place where you cannot move. Always come to a gentle place where you can maneuver your body. Then take it back down to downward dog. So hands and knees, lift it on up. Take a moment in the middle, and then lift your heels and lower them. So you can lift your heels and your back, and lower your chest and your heels. Breathe. Inhale, and exhale. Let your breath move your body. Relax your face. Roll it into plank. Hang out here for a moment. You can come all the way down to your chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. So coming all the way down, lift it up, upward dog, then downward dog, and sway it a little side to side. We'll do that again. Lift the heels, roll it into plank. You can go all the way down on knees, chest, chin. So knees, chest, chin, then up dog, downward facing dog, little easy sway. Hang out in the middle. Again, lift the heels, roll it into plank. One more time. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Take a walk. Walk your feet towards your hands. Walk those hands away from your feet. Bear crawl it all the way up. Bend your knees, hang forward. Roll it up to stand. Or Bahastasana. Mountain pose. Release. Draw your tail down. Take a breath. And then lift it up again on your inhale. Forward fold. Release through your hip crease right into your hamstrings. Halfway lift. Fold again. And then downward dog. Step it back. From downward dog, lift the right leg up. And step the right foot forward. Again, walk it back. Inhale the whole thing up. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lift. And settle. Again. Release. Let's twist it. You're twisting towards your bent leg. Twisting. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Maybe look behind you or keep your eyes focused on a focal point. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. One more time. Lift. And twist it. Bring it up. Bring that heel down. Open it up to warrior. So coming into our warrior pose, we want to take a moment. Start by bringing your attention to your feet. Feel the ground. Feel both sides of the feet. Front knee is bent. The legs are strong. When we root down into the floor, the legs automatically engage themselves. You see, in yoga, when you put your body into the position you're supposed to be in, the muscles activate that are supposed to be activated. You don't have to put all the extra thought into it. So coming into the pose, first just bring your mind to your feet. Feel the ground. Let your shoulders sink. Reach your hands. And look towards your front hand. Relax your face. Feel the floor. Maybe engage the core muscles. The base of the body, out through the ribs, lifting up through the crown. It engages the core muscles. And then hang out. Just notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. Release. Reverse warrior. Release your back arm and let it rest. Turn your front palms up, reach up, stretch it up. Look up. Maybe lean it back a little bit. Find your edge, find your resistance. Hang out right before it's too hard to stay. Be here. Breathe here. Then open it back up to warrior two. Turn both of your palms to the ceiling and then take that front arm to the thigh. Lifting the back arm up and over your head so the palm now faces the floor in front of you. I want you to look up and under your arm if you can. Pressing down into the bottom arm, opening your side body up as much as it can open here. Remember, we're coming up to resistance. We're not trying to plow through it. And then we're going to lift back up and open. Warrior two. From warrior two, keep your feet where they are. Do not move your feet. Turn your torso forward. It's okay if your torso is halfway sideways. Don't move the feet. Just bring those arms. So you're trying to twist your torso forward. Keep focusing on the bottom of those feet. Lifting up through the crown. Maybe sink the shoulders. Breathe. And then straighten the front leg. Straightening the front leg, we're going to come into that pyramid pose. So we lean forward, bending at the hips. So the chest is going forward. As we come down, relax. And then slowly make your way into your downward dog. Hang out for a moment, relax your head and neck and face. And when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Step your foot towards your hands. Walk your hands back a bit. Bend your back knee. And inhale, evenly lift yourself up. If you have to here, you can always adjust your stance. That's okay. As you lift up, settle back down. Breathe in. Find your breath here. Make your breath longer. Inhale slowly. Relax your face here. Find your lunge. Now that's the reverse lunge twist. We open up. Maybe look back. And then we bring it forward. Again, we're twisting. We can look at a focal point. We don't have to look back. And bring it forward. Breathe. Find a breath on each side. And one more. Twist it. And then bring it to warrior. So drop that back foot down. Turn your foot in a bit. Reach your arms out. Your chest is sideways with your body, but your eyes are towards that front hand. Always drawing that tail down, but mainly we feel the feet. Because when you put your feet in the right position, everything else lines up. So feel the feet. Both sides, both feet are on the ground evenly. We're not favoring the inside or outside of our feet. The whole foot is on the ground. Lift through the crown and drop your shoulders down. So if the shoulders are up here, let them release. Reach. Whenever you feel the heat in the arms, that's okay. Just keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Focus on the breath. Focus on letting go of the face. Let go of those teeth if they're pushing together. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. But don't dwell on it. Don't stay on it. Breathe. Release that back arm down. Softly let go of all the muscles in that arm. Turn your other arm up and reach. Keep reaching and then leaning as far as that body is able to go. Hold it here with your breath, flowing. Remember, we can always breathe in a posture. If you're having trouble breathing in a posture, you are too far into that posture. So keep focusing on the breath. And bring it back through the middle. So from reverse warrior to our warrior two. And then warrior to side angle pose. So we bring our arm down in the front, turn the palm up in the back, and swoop that arm up and over. So now the palm is facing the floor in front of us. Pushing down into this downward arm and looking up underneath the top arm. So we don't want the top arm to be in front of our face. We want to try to look under that arm. Stretch into the side body as much as the side body wants to be stretched into. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Breathe, and then come back up. Warrior two. From warrior two, keep those feet planted exactly where they are. Just turn your torso as much as it'll go to the front. Feel the feet. Breathe. Shoulders dip down. Fingers lift up. Arms back as far towards the side of the head as you can. Just go to where they stop, where they resist you. And then straighten that front leg. Bending through the hip crease, come forward into pyramid. Release down. Maybe take a moment here. Hang out as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, make your way back into that downward facing dog. Take a nice easy sway. Relax the head, neck, and face. Then lift the heels. Roll into your plank. Little side to side movement in the hands. Then take it all the way to one side. So we'll drop into the right hand. We'll stagger the feet. So we'll just bring the sides of the feet onto the ground there. And open one arm up. If you need to, you can always drop the bottom knee to the ground in any of these movements. So we can be here or with the knee down. Take the other arm to the floor. So back to plank. Drop those feet to the side on this side. Open the arm up. And again, you always have that option to drop this knee down. Same pose, just a little less intense. Come back to your plank in the middle. Off to the other side. Stretch it out. You can look up if that's within your balance or look down. Back to the middle. Back to the other side. Open it up. Breathe. Remember, if we can't breathe here, we shouldn't be here. Back to the center and push back to downward dog. Easy side to side. Drop those knees to the floor and a little wide kneed extended child's pose. So knees widen, big toes together, sit to the heels. Sink your chest forward, opening up your hip flexibility as you're relaxing. Bring your forehead towards the ground, your arms extend out, so walk your fingers up as far as they can go, and then relax your arms, and then just relax. So let go of every single thing here. As you exhale, feel the sensation of releasing the tension. Any part of your body that is clenching down and tightening, relax it. Let your face muscles melt down towards the floor. Your tongue release from the roof of your mouth. Your face soften and relax. And the rest of your body follows. Bringing it back up into downward facing dog. We want to take a moment to catch our breath. We want to keep our focus on that breath, so we never want to lose it. As we move from one thing to another, we want to utilize the breath, inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower and settle. Inhaling to move one way and exhaling to move another way. It's always reminding us to breathe with each movement and moment we are in our practice. Relax as you exhale every single time. So I want you to take that right leg up again, bend and straighten the knee. Maybe open it up behind your back a bit more. Then bring your knee into your belly, shoulders over your wrist. Press it back into three-legged dog. So crunch it in, exhale, press it up, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Good, one more time, bring it forward, press it back. This time bring the knee into the belly, arch the back, then step the foot towards the hands. Lift it back up into your lunge. Nice big high lunge. Twist it to the side. Reverse lunge, twist. Lift center and twist. Use that breath. Lift center and twist. Stay in your twist, just breathe. Release your back arm back like your reverse warrior, and then lift your front arm up. Relax your back arm and reach your front arm. Take the top arm towards the floor in front of you. So step this back foot forward, bring your weight into that arm, lift the back foot up if you can. Bend and straighten. Stretch it out. You can even reach and grab this foot if you want. Then switch, taking the top arm to the floor. Stack the hips. Lift the other arm up. Stretch out. Same thing. Bend and straighten. Bend both elbows, both knees. Then hold it. And then bring both hands down. Square the hips. Reach out through the back leg. Hang out here or bring it up. Or hold it here. Either one's okay. Walk your hand towards your foot. Lift your back leg up. And then step that back foot down. Big high lunge. Lift it up. Drop it down. Low lunge. Hold it here. Easy breath. Feel the feet on the floor. Draw your tail down. Then bring your hands forward. Take your left hand on the inside. Lift your right hand up. Take your right hand to the ground. Lift your left hand up. Bring both hands down and then step it back to downward facing dog. Take a moment. Catch your breath. Inhale moves you gently. Exhale releases you gently. Lift that left leg up. Maybe bend and straighten it or open it up. Whatever feels really good. Then bring the knee into the belly. Shoulders over wrist. Look forward. Crunch. Then three-legged dog. Crunch it forward. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it forward. Use that breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Look forward. Lift it up. And then knee into belly. Arch the back a bit. Step the foot towards the hands. Walk it back. Nice high lunge. Lift it up. Take a moment. Find your breath. Twist it out. Reverse lunge twist. Twisted lunge. Going the opposite way, so towards your thigh. Open it up and hold it. Hang out for a moment. Release the back arm back. Relax this arm, lift this arm up. Reach this arm. Be here. Feel here. Take the top arm towards the floor in front of you. So as you reach it forward, you're going to scoot the back leg forward, grab onto the ground, then bend and straighten. Both knees, both elbows. So bend and stretch it out. Whoop, bend and stretch it out. And maybe hold it. Maybe grab onto your foot. And then maybe switch it. So that top arm grabs the ground. Stack the hip. So bring this hip up. Lengthen the top. The bottom arm becomes the top arm. Lengthen it up. Reach out and bend and straighten. Soften and stretch. Soften and reach. Make yourself easy. And then lengthen it. And then maybe hang out here. Take the eyes to a focal point or look up at the ceiling, whichever is better. And then both hands to the ground. So we're squaring our hips. This is our warrior three. You can hold your hands on the floor, or you can bring your hands to heart, or stretch them straight in front of you, wherever you're feeling good. When you're done with that, just take your hands to the ground, walk them towards your foot. Three-limb balance, just stretch it out, let your head drop. And then big lunge, just step it back, lift those arms up. Big lunge, take a breath. And then bring it back down to downward facing dog. Find your middle, find your breath. Again, easy breathing. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Then drop your elbows down to the floor. Elbows down, palms flat, drop your head. Your head should dangle just above the floor in a dolphin pose. You can walk your feet up towards your elbows. Let your head and neck drop, your heels reach like a downward dog. Keep your shoulders tucking towards your body, so away from your ears. Relax your face. And then drop those knees. Child's pose. Let go of everything. This is resting. This is where we learn to let go. Learn to take a deeper breath. If you're lying on your thighs and it feels hard to breathe, instead of widening your knees, inhale into your back. So as you breathe in, you'll feel the muscles and the skin stretching on your back. Opening your lungs up into your back body. See, when you're laying on your thighs, you're not constricting your breath. You're just helping yourself breathe into more of your lung. The parts of your lung that you don't always get to breathe into. So let everything slow down. Be here another moment. And then slowly lift up. Coming from downward dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Roll it up, Urdhva. Mountain pose, Tadasana. We're going to come into a balance pose. So today I want you to stand on your mat, and you can come near something, a wall or a table if you need to. We're going to come into Nataraja Asana, which is our dancer's pose. So we want to take ourselves into mountain pose for a moment. Just notice the ground under your feet. Feel the air around you. Take deep breaths. So we don't want to take big breaths like that. We want to keep it slow and easy and controlled, so we feel airy and light. Try to keep your focus on breathing like that throughout the movement practice. So what we do is we take a step forward with one foot and a step back with the other. So we can step forward with the left foot and step back with the right foot. The left hand is going to reach forward just like the left foot did. So your palm is facing you and your hand is reaching out. The right hand is going to reach back again. Your palm is facing you, so it's reaching backwards just like your foot did. Now I want you to lift your foot up and grab your foot, but I want you to reach around to the inside of your foot. So your palm is now facing away from you and you're grabbing the inside, the big toe side of your foot. So you're hanging out here, your hips are square, you're not pulling your leg to the side there, and you're just paused. Now I want you to push your foot into your hand and pull your hand into your foot until you're evenly matched and you're not moving. Keep your hips square by bringing that right hip down and the left hip back. So you're squaring your hips, and you can lift the knee up behind you as far as it'll go. Keep breathing. Remember, we want to keep being able to breathe, taking deep breaths, easygoing body. Then take that foot down to the floor so you're back to mountain pose. So draw the tail down, lift the head up. You can just step back if you want or step forward with the other foot. So now you're on the opposite side. So your right foot is forward, so your right hand is forward. Left foot is back, left hand is back. Take your hand and reach. So let's turn the left palm away from us to start, if you can, and reach the inside. If you can't, that's okay. You can grab the outside and just walk your fingers around your foot. Once you grab on, hang out for a moment. So your hips are square. This left hip is coming forward, right hip is back. Breathe and pressure into the foot with the hand, pull into the hand with the foot, evenly paced. Then lift the knee up, reach forward, hang out to where you feel like you're feeling something, but it's not too much. You can be here, you can breathe here. Your face is not crunched here, relax your face here. And then bring it down. Slowly bring your foot to the ground, back into mountain, draw your tail down, hang out. And then we'll do that one more time on both sides. So, starting with the left foot forward, the right foot back. And be easy here. You can relax. You can come in, you can come out. You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like a really hard thing to do. Make it easy for yourself. Keep breathing. If you feel like you're going to fall, instead of dropping down like this, take a deep breath in. That feeling of falling, instead of reacting with your foot to the floor, react with a big inhale. If you still feel like you're going to fall, your body will do what it has to do to protect itself. That's the thing about our bodies. They're wonderful. They love to self-protect. So really focus on your breath. Let your natural reactions happen as they do, but try to bring your attention to big inhale. So exhale and inhale. Try to find that edge. And again, you can bring that softness into this. Taking a little bend and straighten like we did with those half moons. Or you can hang out in it. And just try to get in as far as you feel the nice tension arise in your body. But it's not too much, not overpowering. And if it gets overpowering, add a little bit of this movement in. Make it easy again. Come back into mountain. Step back to the other side. Find your way. Maybe find a little ease. Find a little strength. Maybe ease and strength together. Exhale to relax. Inhale to find the pose. Give yourself some time here. Breathe here. When you're ready, always come out whenever you're ready. Back to your mountain. Draw your tail down. Lift your head up. And then make your way back down. Inhale, open it up, Urdhva. Exhale, fold down, flow down. Lift it up, Utthita Uttanasana. Bring it back down, Uttanasana. And then back to your downward dog. Bring it all the way down, so hands and knees. So we're actually going to come into a little bit of a balance pose inverted. Now, remember that when we do any inversions, it's a step-by-step process. If you're not comfortable with doing it, you don't have to go all the way in. We want to condition our bodies and get used to being in a place before we throw ourselves all the way in. And we're always being controlled, and we can breathe through it. All the same steps apply everywhere we go in the practice. So to come into this one, it's, like I said, step by step. So first I want you to find the crown of your head. That's the very top of your head. For some of us, a good way to find it is to take your thumb at the third eye and then your pointer finger, tap it to the top of your head, and that should be right around the crown. It's the very flat spot for some of us at the top of our head. And then this crown that's what we've been lifting through the whole time. So when we lift up, we always want to lift through that spot. Same thing when we're in a headstand, we're still reaching through the crown. So we're going to bring the crown of the head to the mat. So we bring the very top, the very crown of the head to the mat. And then the hands, we don't want to bring the hands next to the head. We're going to bring these hands down here by the knees. So you made a shelf here. So if you bring the hands here, your shelf is hanging down and it's not very sturdy. So we want to bring those hands back here so we have a shelf. If the bend in your wrist is too much for you, just adjust it a little bit. But generally we want to have the hands down here by the knees and the crown of the head on the ground. So being just like this is conditioning the head already. So this could be step one where you don't go out of this. Maybe your head's not used to this and you're like, oh, so that's okay. Another trick that I love to do when it comes to handstands is just to fold the mat, or headstands. If we fold the mat, it helps a lot with not feeling so much on the floor. So you can fold the mat this way, but like you see, it might be a little dusty. So instead of worrying about that dust, you can take the mat back a little bit more and then fold it over so the top part of the mat stays on the top. But whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to fold my mat halfway because it's not too bad. Okay, so like I said, the crown of your head goes to the mat. Oh, much better. The hands slide back so they're by your knees a bit more, and then you have these lovely shelves here. So for those of you who don't want to move past this spot, I want you to just stay here, and when you've had enough of this, come into child's pose. A little release. You can even come into a little just of a neck hang, so your elbows can come down, or you can stay like this and just hang out, depending on how your neck and head feel. Adjust your movements to how you feel. If something doesn't feel good, back away from that and go to a place where it feels better. So again, we're on the crown of our head, our hands are back by our knees, and we're going to tuck our toes under behind us. So we're going to tuck our toes under, we're going to push into the bottom of the feet there and let the knees lift up. So this is going to roll us onto our heads. Now if you roll too far back off of the crown of your head, you might feel a little pressure in your neck. So I want you to make sure you're staying on the crown. If you're rolling too far forward to your forehead, you might also feel some pressure in the eyes. So again, you want to stay on the crown. So when you lift your knees up, if this rolls you on your head, just adjust, put your knees back down, adjust a bit, and then make sure you're staying on the crown of your head. So you're not on anything else. If you want, you can walk your feet forward a bit. Breathe. And this is step two. This is step two to conditioning the head. Conditioning your body to being upside down. If this is okay for you and you would like to go a little further, you could take your knee to your elbow. So that's why we put those shelves there, so we can balance. So one knee to one elbow, one knee to the other elbow, and then you're officially inverted off the floor with your feet and balancing. So that's pretty amazing. If you've gotten here and you'd like to go a little further, I want you to take your knees into your belly, put your butt back, and this will help balance you to find your center. Breathe. And if you're okay, you can stretch those legs up. Try to straighten out the torso and reach up through your toes. Keep breathing. Steady the eyes on something not moving. And then slowly reverse it. So adjusting the torso and the butt as you bring it back and then back. One step at a time. And again, when you come off, if you want to just pull your shoulders back and stretch it out, if you want to bring your elbows down and just kind of hang here, that's nice. If you feel like a child's pose is okay, you can come all the way down into a child's pose. It might feel nice to release your shoulders. You can even extend out for a puppy pose. Arms extend out and just stretch out in puppy. In puppy pose, we want to bring our butt over our knees, stretch our arms out, our forehead comes down. Big breath here. And then walk it back to hands and knees, through a cat-cow, roll through the shoulders and the back a few times. And then you can have a seat. So coming into a nice comfortable cross-leg position on the mat. So here in our cross-leg position, there's a few places we can go. We can take our feet into easy pose where we tuck them underneath the legs, or we can stack the ankles, or you can bring one foot in front of the other into perfect pose, whichever one feels better for your hips. And then once you get there, grab your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Now, when we are here in this pose, sometimes we bring our belly forward and we're sitting on our thighs a lot. So I want you to draw your back side down, your tail down, and lean back a bit. Relax your shoulders, your face. Unclench your teeth. We're going to lift those arms up and lean forward. And this time I want you to bring your belly towards your thighs. Reach forward as far as you're able. Let your chin drop, your head drop. Relax your arms, your neck, your face. And then walk it back. Walk your hands back towards your legs. Bringing it to the other side, you're going to take your legs and switch them around. So stay in the same position. If you've tucked your feet under, keep your feet tucked under. If they were stacked, try to keep them stacked. If they don't work that way, you can adjust it as needed. Then grab your thighs and rock it out again. Take your hands to your knees this time and just lift up through your crown. Lean back a little bit. Don't hold your knees too tight. Let yourself lean back. Let go of your shoulders there. Take a breath. And then taking your hands to the front of your knees, just give it a little push or pull so you can bring your chest as far forward as it's going to go. Then grab the floor and release down. Let your head, neck, and face soften. Take a breath here in and out slowly. And then slowly walk your hands back up. And from here, I want you to take yourself into a extended leg. So just take one leg straight. Bring one of your feet to your inner thigh. Square your hips. So let's try to bring our belly towards this straight leg here, and then lift your arms up. Stretch out and reach towards your foot. Bring your belly towards your thigh and your head down. Take a big breath in to straighten your back. So just lift up a little bit and stretch out through your head. Try to keep your back straight as you lean back down. So come up to that resistance where you feel the tightness. And then relax your head and neck and face. So you don't have to be lying on your leg here. You want to just come up to where that resistance is, where it's pulling, and then relax. Take a few breaths here. Inhale slower. Exhale even slower than that inhale. Take your time to breathe out. As you're breathing, you might notice your body is giving way and you're able to sink into that stretch more. It naturally happens without you trying to push the stretch. So just focus on breathing slow, letting go of what you're holding that's not necessary. Like you're holding your head up, let your head drop. If you're scrunching your face in any way, release the muscles. Wait for your inhale to lift yourself back up. Then take this leg that is bent inside, and I want you to take it and place it onto the other side. So we have one straight leg, and then this bent leg is just going to step over and step here. If you have if you don't have the flexibility to step your foot to the other side, that is okay. You can keep your foot flat on this side. If you're okay and you can step your foot to the other side of your thigh, do that. Then take your hands to your knee and lift yourself up to a seated position here. Now from here, I want you to take this straight leg and bend your knee, bringing your foot to your side. Now again, if this doesn't feel good, if it hurts, keep your leg straight. Everything could be modified. You don't have to do anything that I say. Just do what feels good. So if you can, bend that leg to the side and just hold your thigh and your knee close to you. Take a breath. So you're going to take one hand, the leg that is flat on the floor, this foot, you're going to take the hand on that side, just grab on. Then take your other hand towards this foot that you just placed here, reach around behind your back. Then lift up through your crown. So lift that crown up to the sky again. Slowly start to turn around and look behind you. Try to stay tall, so keep lifting up through the top of your head as you spin yourself around. And again, come up against resistance, so don't go any further than where your body stops you. Just breathe. Feel what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. As you exhale, begin to release. Take the back arm forward in front of this front leg now, and then release the other way. So reverse that twist just for a moment. And then when you come back, you can take this foot in your hand. Now, again, for those of us who have this leg straight, that's okay. It could stay there. If for those of us who have it bent, you could stay there. Either one is okay. Just grab this foot in your hands and your knee in your hand and maybe take it for a little rock. If you want to get a little closer, you can. You could stay right here if this is far enough. Or you could take this foot, instead of holding it in your hand, take it into your forearm or the crease of that elbow. So right where the bend of the arm is. And then you can wrap that hand up against the calf muscle. The other arm can wrap around so the knee goes into the crease of this arm. And then rock it like a baby. So back and forth, working through the hip. Keep moving, just slowly rocking that leg. Then straighten the leg up. So grab onto your foot and just stretch it up. Grab it with your hands. Maybe rock it here. Let's go to one more twist. So take the opposite hand of that leg. Grab onto the pinky side, the outside of the foot. Then take the hand on the same side as that leg behind you. And look behind you. That works into a different part of your body. Then as you come forward, take that back hand to the foot and just lift it up. Lift your leg towards your face. And then bring it back down. So now we're on the other side. So now we have the other leg straight and the other foot in the inner thigh. Lift your arms up, stretch up through your torso, and then reach for your foot. Release your head down, your neck down. Then lift your back up, lift your chest up, so you're straightening your back. And then without bending or hunching, I want you to lean forward until your body kind of feels that stopping. Once you're leaning forward, instead of bending and hunching here, just drop your chin down, so you're relaxing here. Good, breathe here. Deepen your breath, inhale slow. Exhale slower. Let go of the muscles across your face. Wait for your inhale to lift up. And then we're going to take this foot that is in your inner thigh and again step it to the outside of your leg. Again, for those of us who cannot step it to the outside of our leg, we want to put it to the inside. That's all right. We can hang here. Or step it to the outside. Grab onto your knee, helping your back straighten up. Bring that thigh towards the belly. If you're good here, stay in this position. This is cool. Or bend this leg, so the straight leg, you're going to bend your knee and bring your foot off to the side by your butt. Again, if this does not feel right, straighten that leg up right away. We want to always stay where it feels right. Sit up nice and tall. And then comes our twist. So we're going to twist towards the leg that's in front of us. So take your opposite hand, the same hand that's on the same side as that foot, and grab on. And then take your other hand and reach it around towards that foot that you just put by your side. Reach it around, grab the ground. Then lift up nice and tall, the crown up to the sky. Gently start to twist around, looking over your shoulder, look behind you. And then be here for a moment with your breath, with your feelings. Notice the sensations, the stretches, where you feel strong. Take another breath in. As you begin to release your breath, release your body as well, taking your back arm forward, and then bring that back arm in front of this leg here. And then the other arm can reach back, reversing that twist just for a moment. As you come back to the center, again, you're going to grab onto this foot. and the knee. So you have your knee in one hand, your foot in the other, and you're just kind of hanging out with it. You can rock it back and forth. This is okay. Stay here and keep rocking here. If you want to go further into this, the foot can go either into the forearm here, or it can go all the way to the crease of the elbow. Then you're going to take your other arm around. So same thing, your knee could go to your forearm, your hand, or all the way to the crease of the elbow on the other side. So try to sit up nice and tall and then rock that leg back and forth. So you're opening up your hip, strengthening your core all at the same time. Rock it a bit side to side. Keep breathing. Remember, if we cannot breathe, we want to step back from what we're doing, slow down, take a break. When you're done with this movement, I want you to take your foot in your hand and stretch that leg up. So you can sway that leg side to side here. Notice the difference, how it feels. And then when you're ready for that next twist, I want you to take the opposite hand of your leg, then bring your hand to the pinky side of that foot. Your other hand reaches behind your back, and you twist around looking behind your back. Just experience this. Take all of your senses to what is happening right now. Bring your focus to this moment. And when you're ready to come back forward, take that other hand to your foot and stretch it up. Bringing that leg as close to your face, your body as you're able. And then when you're ready, we're going to take those feet down and scoot your body to the middle of your mat, lying yourself down on your floor. So coming into a gentle bridge, we're going to take our feet flat underneath our knees. So scoot those feet back so they're a little bit more in line with the knees. Take your hands and relax them down beside you on the mat. You can push into your feet and realign your spine by lifting your butt and drawing your tail under. This way, the middle of the back touches the ground. So when you're in a bridge, don't look left or right. We want to keep the back of the head on the floor. You can actually keep reaching through the crown and bring your chin towards your neck a bit. That helps align your spine a bit more. Coming into bridge, we want to push into the feet and lift the butt, the bottom of the butt up first. So you're tucking the tailbone a bit more. And the middle of your back might feel like it's pushing. Keep pressing in your feet and lift your hips straight up towards the ceiling. So lifting them straight up. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your face. Pressing into those feet. So you could stay here at this basic bridge, or you can go a little deeper into extended bridge. You want to roll to the side and tuck your shoulders under your back. A little bit side to side. If you're able, you could take your hands and interlace them under your bottom, and then you can have a little more room to lift a little higher. Try to keep those knees from widening. Keep lifting the hips. Breathing. And then release your hands whenever you're ready. So you can hang here for a little bit longer, and when you're ready, one hand releases at a time, one shoulder at a time, and then roll your back down to the floor gently. And back into your bridge, we want to relax our arms, draw the tailbone under, lifting the lower butt up, then pressing into the feet, rolling it up. Lifting through your hips. We could stay in this position. If you'd like, you can take one leg up off the ground. So we would take one leg and lift it up. Breathe. Take that foot down to the floor. Take the other leg and slowly lift it up. Press into your opposite foot. Then bring that foot down to the floor. Lift your hips. Roll your spine down to the floor. Relax for a moment at the bottom and then repeat. So we roll it up. Maybe coming to the top, let's tuck those shoulders under one at a time. Extended bridge, interlace your fingers. If you'd like, you can try lifting a leg here as well. You can stretch one leg up. Bring that foot down. Bring the other leg up. Bring that foot down as well. Lift your hips. Hold for a moment. Then release your hands. Untuck one shoulder at a time. And then roll your spine down. Relax on the bottom. Fan your legs to one side. Fan your legs to the other side. And then extend your legs out. Reach your arms overhead, give it a big full body extension, and then bring your hands and feet down to where they were before. If you have this great big arch in your back like me, draw your tail under and bring your back to the floor. So from here, I want you to just extend your legs up into a waterfall. Feel your back in the ground. Take your hands to your bottom and climb yourself up, coming towards a shoulder stand. You don't have to come straight up. You want to go as far as you're able, where you're comfortable. If you're able and comfortable, you can take your feet overhead into a plow, reaching your feet towards the floor behind you. Remember, only go as far as it's comfortable. If you feel anything weird, lift out. And when you're ready, walk your hands down your body to lower yourself onto the floor again. This time, bring your knees into your belly and just pause here. You can repeat that if you want, or you can stay here with a short rock or slow, easy sway. So you can come back to your waterfall. You can stay in this position the whole time if that's better for you. You can lift up to your shoulder stand. Remember that if you cannot breathe here, you've gone too far. Always go as far as you can breathe. Your plow, feet can go overhead, toes towards the floor. Point your toes. Lift your thighs. And then carefully roll yourself back down. Try not to thump. Knees into belly and pause. Release yourself into a full releasing Shavasana. So coming down, we want to bring the shoulders away from the ears. Release the hands by your sides. Palms up. Reach out through your heels and then relax your feet. Right foot drops right and left foot drops left. Turn your head to the right. Let your face relax down. And then turn your head to the left. Release your face and relax your cheek. Bring your head to the center. Your chin drops towards your neck. Feel as though the back of your neck is reaching towards the floor. And then pause. So in Shavasana, we want to relax. So we bring ourselves here and we let go. First of all, feel the floor. Just as we do when we are standing, we feel the floor under our feet. When we're lying down, notice the floor under your body. Feel all the points that the floor is touching. The back of your head, the back of your hands, your backside, your heels, your calf muscles. All the spots that feel the ground. Notice your breathing. Try not to control your breath. Let your breath come and go as it naturally would, without even trying. As you exhale, notice your body. Your body naturally wants to let go and release with every breath out. So feel the release happening. If your mind is wandering and you're thinking about every single thought you could possibly think about, that's okay. Our minds are built to think and wander. They're naturally going to do this. Just keep bringing your mind back to your breath or to the floor under you, or just relaxing. Even if it happens every second, keep redirecting your attention to all those other things. Eventually, it'll happen less, and you'll be able to keep your attention off of your thoughts for longer. But don't worry, this is natural. We're supposed to think. Your brain is working. You can begin to move your fingers and toes. Roll your body to your right side. If you're uneasy on your right side, roll to your left. If you're pregnant, roll to your left. Once you get to the side of your body, relax. So notice the side of your face dropping. Just pause and be here. Notice here. Notice the floor under you on the side. As you exhale, release all of your breath out and then open your eyes to the floor. Press the floor away and inhale as you lift up. Bring yourself to a seated position on your mat again. Grab your legs and your thighs and just get comfortable. Take a big inhale to lift your arms. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale slow. And exhale slow. Inhale deeper and slower. Exhale with more caution, with more mind. Paying attention more. Inhale slower and deeper. Breathe out with more awareness. More attention. Inhale and exhale. May the light in me honor the light in you. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed our class, and I will see you next time.